The boundaries of the Eruv are on the north, Weed Hill and Vine Road, on the west, High Ridge Road, Long Ridge Road, Cold Spring Road, Washington Boulevard, and the Riverbank. On the south, North Street, around the Dunkin' Donuts, to Highland, down Highland, around to Clovelly, to a street called Culloden, along Culloden north now, on the eastern boundary of the Eruv, to Hope Street, and all the way up Hope Street to Weed Hill. The object is to have the wire directly over one of the lechis. Ideally, you could drop a string from the wire in front of the lechi. That's impractical because we can't get that high. So what we do is we line up a vertical string with the wire and sight so that it appears in front of the lechi. We're doing this here at the corner of Vine Road and Newfield Avenue. A quick tour of the Stamford Eruv. We're going to start at Vine Road. Here we are traveling down Vine Road away from the Jewish Center. We're on the telephone wires at this point. When we get to the ball field, we have a special lechi that goes all the way up to the wire we're using, because this pole, if you look at it in real life, is very slanted. We also skip to the wall over here, down to the next pole. Now we're traveling quickly down Vine Road. At the end of Vine Road, we turn left on High Ridge. This is the end of Vine Road we're looking at right now. Now we're going to go down High Ridge. This is Chabad. Chabad would normally be outside of the Eruv, except there's an extension that goes to that fence you just saw, around Chabad, to the street right past Chabad, and that crosswalk. If you're walking up High Ridge Road and use that crosswalk and then walk to Chabad, you're inside the Eruv. Continue down High Ridge Road to Terrace Avenue. We turn right down Terrace, and we're using the wires on the poles, the highest wire. When we get to the end of Terrace, we switch over to the large retaining wall, which you can see on the left of the picture. And then we turn left down Long Ridge Road. Follow Long Ridge on the right side, going down towards downtown, and then we switch over just before Lord and Taylor to the wires on the left side, down to Cold Spring Road, where we turn right, and again follow the wires on the poles. Down Cold Spring to Washington Boulevard, again following the wires. The left side is inside the Eruv, the right side is outside of the Eruv. You'll see we have some very peculiar lechis. That one that you just saw goes out at a big angle. We come to the riverbank, and at this point, right behind the firehouse, we go to the riverbank as opposed to the street. Then we come off of the riverbank around to North Street. We use that fence that you're looking at, the construction fence. We follow that and the wires across Washington Boulevard, across Summer Street, where the Originally we had a special wire constructed for us by the electric company. Continuing along north, we cross Bedford. And here is... This is the famous barrel pole. Used to have a barrel, now we've got a long lechi. Around the Dunkin' Donuts, and we come down Grove Street to Highland. We now follow Highland down to where it turns left and becomes Valley. And finally it comes to an end at Arlington. We go up Arlington to Glenbrook, left on Glenbrook, 1 block to this intersection with a very funny pole on it. A very funny lechi on the pole. Then down Clovelly to Culloden, which is 1 block in front of the railroad tracks. Goes to Hamilton Avenue, continues along Culloden to Frankel. Frankel, we use that wall that you're looking at as the Eruv. Then we switch over to the wires along Glenbrook and up Glenbrook to Hope Street. At the Riverbend Center, we go down into the center and use the railroad embankment, not the tracks, the embankment. This is from the south entrance, and we switch over to the wires. At this point, we're still on the railroad embankment, but we come off over here where the 2 fences change color. We come from a fence from the railroad embankment up to this point, to this pole, and then over to the wires on Hope Street. We follow that all the way up to Weed Hill, turn left on Weed Hill, go up Weed Hill to Upper Hague. We turn left on Upper Hague and go down to a street called Dagmar Place. In Dagmar Place, we terminate at the back of the Jewish Center, and there's a fence around the Jewish Center.